This is the WP Week podcast, powered by Profile Press and WP Job Openings. This week delivered plenty to talk about, from WordPress releases and AI updates to community news, partnerships, and acquisitions. Profile Press lets you sell subscriptions, digital downloads, courses, and restrict content with Stripe and PayPal integrations. And WP Job Openings is the easiest way to set up a professional career page and start accepting applications in just minutes. Some weeks are all about new features. This one was just as much about the people, decisions, and ideas shaping where WordPress goes next. The biggest talking point this week is the release of the WordPress Foundation's 2025 financial report. The report shows positive momentum, with revenue increasing and attendance at WordCamps and other community events growing by 27% compared to the previous year. Despite that encouraging growth, the report also highlights some financial challenges. While the WordPress Foundation itself recorded a small surplus, its subsidiary, WordPress Community Support, reported a $372,088 operating deficit as the cost of running events exceeded revenue. The report also notes that the ongoing legal action involving WP Engine could impact future community programs and initiatives. Moving on to WordPress updates, the project has reversed its earlier decision to phase out the classic block from the block inserter in WordPress 7.1. After receiving community feedback, contributors decided to keep the classic block available by default. As part of that reversal, the proposed migration notice, the new filter, and the Enable Classic Block plugin have all been withdrawn. It's another example of community feedback directly shaping the direction of WordPress. Next up, WordPress 7.0.1 is now available. This is the first maintenance release for WordPress 7.0, bringing fixes for 31 bugs across both WordPress core and the block editor. Looking ahead to WordPress 7.1, contributors have proposed a new design system theming foundation for the WordPress admin experience. The proposal introduces design tokens, a new Doug theme style sheet, a JavaScript theme provider, and CSS custom properties that aim to create a more consistent, accessible, and customizable interface across WordPress. Staying with AI, the WordPress community team has introduced Community Agents. It's a lightweight, community-owned platform of AI assistants that can automate repetitive and detail-heavy tasks while ensuring every decision remains in human hands. Each community agent operates inside its own Slack channel and can be triggered using a simple / command. The goal is to save contributors time without replacing the human decision-making that drives the project. Speaking of AI, WordPress AI 1.1.0 has introduced a fresh set of experiments. The release adds AI-assisted type-ahead writing, encrypted API key storage for AI connectors, improvements to content workflows and moderation, along with several developer-focused enhancements. Education initiatives across the WordPress community also continue to expand. Destiny Cano's June 2026 Education Buzz Report highlights steady growth across WordPress Campus Connect, WordPress Credits, and WordPress Student Clubs. Campus Connect has now reached 50 events since launching and has engaged more than 6,300 students. The Credits program has also expanded to include 83 active mentors, 28 partner institutions, and 275 active students, alongside new educational partnerships and student-led workshops around the world. In other community news, WordPress is preparing to move away from Meetup.com in favor of GatherPress. The transition is being coordinated by Anne McCarthy, alongside several contributors from the GatherPress project. The move is expected to reduce the roughly $250,000 annual cost of Meetup.com, while allowing WordPress.org to build its event management experience on top of GatherPress, an open-source plugin developed by the community. Turning to WooCommerce, version 10.9 introduces an opt-in React-powered settings UI for developers. The new approach allows extension developers to test the React interface without replacing their familiar PHP settings arrays or existing save workflow. WooCommerce has also introduced a new contribution policy for its core repository. Contributors with outright access can now have a maximum of 3 open pull requests at any given time, helping reviewers manage incoming contributions more efficiently. If you're a WooCommerce developer, the team is also looking for your feedback on its developer documentation. The goal is to identify gaps in the existing documentation so future improvements better support real-world development workflows. Next up, Automatic has released Code for the People, a new 20-minute documentary directed by Bao Nguyen. The film explores a pivotal moment for the open web and highlights why preserving open-source software requires a collective effort from communities around the world. Meanwhile, WordFence has published its latest Intelligence Weekly Vulnerability Report, covering the period from June 29 to July 5. During that week alone, researchers disclosed 250 vulnerabilities affecting 181 plugins and 41 themes. Outside the WordPress ecosystem, security researcher Sarah Blab discovered that XAI's Grok build CLI was uploading entire Git repositories, including commit history and sensitive files, to a company-controlled Google Cloud storage bucket, even when data collection had been disabled. After the findings became public, XAI quietly disabled the behavior through a server-side update. However, the company has not publicly explained what happened to previously uploaded repositories, or why the uploads occurred in the first place. Elsewhere in the tech world, Google Ads has introduced new AI disclosure labels across Search, YouTube, and Discover. Advertisers using third-party AI tools must now disclose when AI has been used to create or edit an advertisement. Moving into acquisitions, Ledgerport has officially joined the Awesome Motive family. The e-commerce accounting automation platform for Shopify and WooCommerce will continue operating with the same product, pricing, and customer data. At the same time, Ledgerport will benefit from additional engineering resources and closer integration with Awesome Motive's WooCommerce ecosystem. Turning to community news, conversations continue around WordCamp US 2026 as ticket sales remain lower than in previous years. With the event scheduled for August 16th through the 19th, ticket sales have now crossed 400, prompting renewed discussion about attendance trends and the future of flagship WordCamps. Kevin Geary weighed in on the discussion, saying WordPress needs to remain flexible and adapt to changing community dynamics. Anita, meanwhile, questioned why a full event schedule and confirmed speaker lineup had still not been published just weeks before the event. Not everyone agrees that lower ticket sales tell the full story. Katie Keith pushed back on the idea that WordCamp US attendance reflects the overall health of WordPress, pointing to the strong turnout at WordCamp Europe as evidence that the community remains active and engaged. If you're planning to attend, organizers have also published a guide to WordCamp US 2026. It includes an overview of Contributor Day, Showcase Day, and the two main conference days to help attendees make the most of the event. Staying with the AI conversation, SiteGround has released a new report exploring how WordPress small businesses are adopting artificial intelligence. Based on responses from more than 7,000 business owners, the report found that 78% of WordPress users now rely on AI every day. Despite that widespread adoption, the report found that 41% of users still need multiple attempts before getting useful AI-generated results. It also points to the rapidly growing ecosystem of more than 3,000 AI plugins, suggesting there's now a greater need for connected AI solutions that help users accomplish real WordPress tasks more effectively. Next up, Hostinger has partnered with PatchStack to bring built-in vulnerability management to its Node.js hosting platform. The new integration continuously monitors third-party dependencies after deployment, providing automatic security alerts and remediation guidance as developers increasingly rely on AI-assisted coding tools. Over in the plugin space, Cocoa Analytics has unveiled a fresh new look. Founder Danny Van Kooten announced a new logo and updated brand color for the privacy-focused analytics plugin. WP Rocket has also introduced version 3.23, bringing MCP access to the popular performance plugin. The update allows AI tools such as Claude and Codex to securely connect with WP Rocket settings and Rocket Insights, making it easier for agencies and freelancers to monitor client websites. Meanwhile, Fluent Player Pro has officially launched. The premium version adds interactive video layers, playlists, advanced analytics, subtitles, playback memory, expanded media support, and several new integrations designed to create more engaging video experiences. Tutor LMS has also reached a major milestone with the release of version 4.0. The update completely rebuilds the learning experience with a learner-first interface, smarter assessments, AI-powered features, and enhancements for learners, instructors, and administrators alike. To celebrate the release, the Tutor LMS team is offering 30% off all plans for a limited time. Another update worth noting comes from WP Subscription. A new subscription recovery add-on helps WooCommerce stores win back canceled and expired subscribers through automated email campaigns, targeted discounts, customizable templates, and detailed recovery reports. SureRank has also released version 1.9.2. The update introduces SEO support for FluentCart, improves comment link SEO, encrypts Google Search Console OAuth tokens, and includes several fixes. Beaver Builder users also have plenty to explore in version 2.11. The release introduces a new pop-up module, built-in maintenance mode, settings snapshots for saving and restoring configurations, along with workflow improvements, accessibility enhancements, performance updates, and new capabilities in Beaver Themer 1.6. Looking ahead, Craft Forms version 1.5 is set to expand both booking and ordering capabilities. The upcoming release will introduce built-in order analytics, seasonal booking options, dynamic form labels, clearer WooCommerce pricing, and several refinements to the overall ordering experience. Modern Fields Pro is now officially available as well. The new release adds repeater fields, relation fields, conditional logic, options pages, and several other features that allow users to build complex custom field setups visually without writing code. To mark the launch, licenses are available at 50% off until July 17th. WooCommerce Bookings has also received a significant update. Users can now import and export booking data without developer assistance. The booking calendar now displays only bookable dates, and accessibility improvements have been made to the booking form. OtterBlocks has reached version 3.2.0 with a strong focus on AI-powered page building. The release introduces tools that can generate complete sections and pages, improve writing workflows, automate form responses, and provide access to a redesigned design library containing more than 150 templates. Security plugin WP2FA has also received a refreshed interface. The update introduces a redesigned setup wizard, simpler navigation, streamlined settings pages, and a more consistent experience across both the free and premium versions. Shifting from products to business insights, Maria Ansari has published an in-depth look at why many WordPress product businesses struggle to grow beyond their initial launch. Drawing on perspectives from several well-known founders, the article explores the challenges of distribution, customer support, retention, pricing, positioning, and building a sustainable long-term business. Paulo M. Tajani has also shared his latest analysis of the WordPress ecosystem. Based on data from WP rankings, he believes traditional page builders continue to lose momentum, while Gutenberg native builders such as Cadence are steadily growing. Paulo also shared estimated installation trends for two major SEO plugins. According to his analysis, RankMath is gaining nearly 60,000 installs each week, while All-in-One SEO is losing around 34,000 weekly installs, suggesting the plugin ecosystem continues to evolve rather than decline. In a separate update, Paulo revisited the rapid growth of the Universally plugin. After initially highlighting its impressive install numbers, he later suggested that bundled installations through All-in-One SEO's onboarding process may have artificially inflated those figures, raising broader questions about how plugin growth is measured. Jonathan Desrosiers recently celebrated 13 years of contributing to WordPress. Reflecting on the milestone, he looked back on his journey as a core contributor, explained the significance of receiving props within the project, and even used AI to help summarize his contributions over the past year. Meanwhile, Rodolfo Malogli has shared why he's moving away from lifetime deals after nearly 15 years of promoting them. He says, changing market conditions, the rise of AI, and the need for continuous product development have convinced him that subscription pricing is now the more sustainable approach for his business. Over at Shopify, Jonathan Zazov has outlined the company's latest efforts to improve trust in its App Store reviews. Shopify is introducing a dedicated policy against incentivized reviews, strengthening fake review detection, removing inauthentic ratings, and updating guidance to help developers collect reviews more fairly. Finally, Pavel Chirici has introduced Yamidu, a new AI-first customer support platform. The service provides instant AI-generated answers trained on a company's documentation while allowing conversations to seamlessly transition to human support teams whenever needed. To wrap things up, let's take a look at a few new projects that caught our attention this week. First up is PushMD, Git Sync for WordPress content, a new plugin from Artur Pisek. It introduces a Git-based workflow for WordPress content, allowing users to clone, edit, and push posts and pages as Markdown while keeping WordPress as the source of truth. The plugin also supports Git diffs, revisions, capability checks, and AI coding workflows without disrupting the familiar WordPress publishing experience. Another interesting project is Wooza MCP. It connects AI assistants like Claude and Gemini directly to WooCommerce stores, allowing users to manage products, update plugin settings, and more using simple natural language prompts. Also worth checking out is Pale Switch. This new plugin gives Elementor users an easier way to manage light and dark color palettes using global colors, making it simpler to create consistent front-end experiences without extra complexity. And finally, there's Pre-Flight Handoff Audits, a new tool designed for WordPress developers and agencies. It performs read-only website scans before launch or client handoff, identifies potential issues, prioritizes pages that need attention, and generates handoff reports to help streamline the quality assurance process. That wraps up this week's roundup, packed with releases, milestones, new tools, and plenty of movement across the ecosystem. Thanks for listening to the WP Week podcast, sponsored by Profile Press and WP Job Openings. We'll catch you next week with more stories from the world of WordPress.